everybody, what's up? And welcome back to another Aesthetic Generator Challenges. It's me, Ree, or Rebel Inks Art. Today's prompt, as you saw from the beginning, was Cactus Hipster. Hipster cactus? Cactus Hipster. I've already forgotten my own prompt. The drawing's done, so I suppose that's fine. For today's challenge, I really wanted to push myself to really try and incorporate more of the theme. In the past couple of videos, I had a hard time really coming across with what my theme was meant to be in my illustration. So today I tried to incorporate it in more than just the hair or the eyes. Even though those tend to be my go-tos on where to show what exactly my prompt was. So immediately right off the bat, I knew that while I had promised myself I would use more than just the hair to, describe the prompt, I did want cactus hair, something awful. I had thought about doing a cactus afro, but eventually settled on cactus buns. It just felt a lot cuter to me, So I immediately went in, I threw together that really sloppy sketch and then started doing the rough sketch. What I really wanted with this character, and you're gonna have to forgive me for this pun, but it is a good one, I wanted her to be really prickly. So I tried to give her a very kind of standoffish, not quite rude, but definitely shy look to her. I wanted her very reserved, no, gentle little smirk or crinkled eyes like I normally do. I wanted her to feel like she is definitely minding her own business and would appreciate if you minded yours. I did have a bit of trouble when I was doing these pants, and it took me forever to figure out why exactly they looked so funky, till I realized I had given her a horrifically long waist. Like dangerously long, medically concerningly long. So I got that fixed up, and got those shorts in order. This character, I have to say, was a lot of fun to work on. I don't normally get to work with the hipster aesthetic. It's not one I'm particularly I'd say drawn to, but it is definitely one that I enjoy getting to work with every now and then. Now, one thing I knew that I wanted to give her right off the bat was a very prickly sweater, a nice old shaggy thing to kind of imitate the needles on a cactus. Threw some tears and some scars on there just to indicate she'd probably been in a bit of a rough patch. And I was right onto the lining. I threw I'd say a bizarre mixture between a succulent and a cactus flower in her hair, just because I felt it added a lot to the aesthetic, along with it, when I get to the coloring process, being a nice little pop of color up there. And I fidget with this eye quite a bit. I was having trouble getting it look like something I wanted it to. I eventually get to move on. I'm not too sure who I want this character to be. I think she's definitely the younger sister. I don't know how many members of her family she has, but I know she has an older brother who's succulent-based that I kind of high-key want to go back and draw another time. She's very quiet. She definitely keeps to herself, probably chills out in cafes. She's an Americana kind of person, I can tell. I bet she really likes Carly Rae Jepsen, though. To be fair, who doesn't, but... I will say I think the most fun I had with this drawing was probably in the coloring process. It wasn't an especially complicated coloring process, but we'll see here when I get to it. I actually went back to doing shading the way I used to, not too long ago, but long enough ago that I definitely missed it. And I think I've definitely learned enough that coming back to it was a good choice, and that I've kind of learned how to better use things now. I went with red for her glasses, but we're gonna change that for a bit. And I kind of grit my teeth now watching back to it because the red clashes so hard. I go with a nice magenta along with her warm skin as a way of contrasting against all the greens that we use in the rest of her color palette, and I think it works wonderfully. The red doesn't look good. I don't like it. It's gonna throw me off. But I'm just going through here. I threw some flat colors on, and now I'm going through and cleaning everything up before I start on the detail and shading process. Getting those pretty pink lips. I don't normally do a lot in the makeup department, which is funny because I'm definitely a makeup person myself. I've just, for whatever reason, never been big on drawing it. But I threw some lipstick on her and I gave her some nails, even though those are also something I tend to neglect in my drawings, just because I wanted some more little ways to pull that magenta through. I don't know if I like the Ugg boots so much. I know they are a bit of a hipster staple, but I feel like I could have done something more with the shoes. And here for a second I got distracted by what I was watching. That's ADD for you. Most of the time I don't let it interrupt my videos, but we can't run them all. So here I'm just grabbing my airbrush, I'm going through, I'm adding some highlights to the cacti buns and some roots, giving her that nice gradient. I'm really happy with how it turned out. Going through and doing the eyes, I've started doing a brightly colored ring around the pupils. It's something I kind of picked up from the Dream Daddy artwork because it's something I loved a lot. And I have to say I really like how it matches with my art style, so hey. Never be afraid to take inspiration from the people whose artwork you love. There's a reason you love it. Find out what that reason is and see if you can apply it to your own work. And then here I'm just adding some wear and tear to this big old fluffy sweater. And some wear and tear on them shorts. Fixing up that button, going through, finally fixed the color on those glasses, praise the Lord. And then throwing some highlight on those glasses so they feel like they actually have lenses in them. And then I'm just fixing up that circle. Now here's where I go back to my old way of shading. Beforehand, I would just pick one color, normally a magenta or a navy, then go through and throw it kind of on everything, and then adjust, set that to multiply, go through with a soft eraser, fuzzy everything up. And it certainly worked for a while, but I've hopped back to my old way of doing this, with this finding a specific color for each area, and going through and very detailedly just going in, making sure everything gets covered, which definitely takes a lot longer, but I feel like now that I know how to better utilize my colors and spaces and where shadows should go, I feel like it looks a lot better. But hey, you know, there's pros and cons to each different type of shading I've tried, and there'll be pros and cons to ones I never try and ones I'll try in the future. While I'm finishing this up, I'm gonna go ahead and pull up the finished product. So you can, wait, yes, so you can go ahead and see it. I had to look, make sure the video was getting close enough. I'm pretty happy with it. I feel like I could have pushed it farther, but I'm going to feel that way all the time. So feel free to follow along. Thank you guys for watching. Have a great day.